I've noticed this the same thing she did. This the same thing she did. Well, I remember how this was going. Oh, so she being slick. So, you know, you're going to be able to put things together because things always coincide.
You blow up my line all the same, so tell me what's up. Think you gon' play me, just know that I'm not one of them. Feel like I don't know you, don't come around, no invaders them.
It's your boy Noto, coming to another video, coming to another podcast, man. And in today's podcast, we're going to discuss, pay attention to how you got that one woman. Use the same thing to get many. If you're new here, or already been here, go and click that like button, go and comment, go and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and get into this topic, man. See, the thing is, a lot of guys don't feel like there's a pattern between the women that you end up getting. But I noticed something. There's always a pattern with the women that I got. You pay attention to that, the way you got that one woman, and this is not for simping. This ain't talking about using money. If you trick and all that, we talking about getting them for free 99 over here. We not talking about all that because anybody can do that. So if you on that trick and stuff and all you simping stuff, this ain't the channel for you. But anyway, what I'm talking about here is when you pay attention to the way you got one woman, you'll notice something. Notice the vibe. Notice how she made things easy for you. Notice how she was looking at you. Notice what she says when you ask her, like, what made you interested in me, or, you know, if any type of conversation, because sometimes it's just gonna come up. I'll ask that. I'll be like, what made you interested in me? How long was it when you was feeling me? You know, how long you been feeling me, type deal. And she'll be like, oh, from the first time I seen you, or from this time, or from this time, or for this time. And some of them be like, oh, I was plotting. Some of them came straight up to you. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be able to narrow it down. And when you pay attention to the way that you got that one chick, the one chick that made it easy for you, the one that you was able to smash, and you was able to go take it all the way there, you could be able to just repeat the same process. We make that format, that same blueprint, and just keep repeating and repeating and repeating, bro. It's the same way you get many, bro. It's the same way you get many. And now it might happen in different type of scenarios, but you'll notice it'll be around that same way, because you'll be like, dang, I noticed this, I noticed that. That's how I know then whenever I'm having a certain type of interaction with a woman, or certain type of conversation, or I hear certain terms, or I hear certain jokes, or I see certain things happen, I'll be like, dang. Because I didn't recognize my formula of the events and the things that happen whenever that leads up to that. You see what I'm saying? So whenever it leads up to you getting the goal, or you being able to smash that one, people like, dang, I've noticed this the same thing she did. This the same thing she did. Well, I remember how this was going. Oh, so she being slick. So, you know, you're going to be able to put things together because things always coincide. Now, this is not my way of saying every woman's the same. Every woman ain't going to be the same. But I'm going to tell you now, the events that lead up to your calling card will be very, very similar, and you're going to be able to just be able to pinpoint it. Be like, okay, I do this, I did that. Okay, this is what I was doing. It could be down to what you was wearing. Was you wearing something tight that day? Was you showing extra skin that day? Was you swagged out that day? Not to the point when you trying to peacock and track gold diggers. I'm talking about, like, would you like put it on and it look good and it's fitted on you, and you know, you accentuating something, and you bringing in people that actually want you. You know, did you do that? Did you, or I can go in and tap into this too, because this thing here, this is real. The talent thing, that is a real thing. I done seen guys that don't even look the best. You know, I ain't gonna even lie to you, not even from my judgment. I've heard girls say that he's ugly, but he can sing, and that's sexy to him, you know? Because I didn't see girls get, you know, turned on by a guy that's just singing. So that's definitely a certain thing, and that could be that man's calling card, you know? They might like his voice. They heard him sing in person, and that's what happened. See, for me, social media ain't the way for me to really get chicks like that. It's not really a big thing. I'll get some, you know, I'll have some choosing centers coming from there. But my main calling card, and my main thing that always worked for me, that was real frequent for me, is being in person and being around in the environment. And they end up seeing me more and more and more and more and more. And it's not me like saying I'm trying to grow on them. I'm not trying to sit there and beg and plead them for months to be with them, and nothing like that. No, just being in an environment and being around, you know, just being in environments like probably like work in a big facility, a huge facility like at work. It's like colleges, maybe coming in certain, you know, going to certain settings and places, maybe festivals, somewhere where you're frequent, somewhere where the crowd can come and be like regulars or something like that. Like me just being around a person, I always end up getting that reaction, and I always end up getting mine from that type of a deal. You know, like if, say for instance, you go to an employment place or a seasonal place and they have housing and you're there for extended periods of time. I do my best work when I'm just around, because they get to see me from back to back, and that's not me. Like I say, I don't have to even be speaking. I could just be saying hello, walking past. Oh, next day you might just have a conversation. She might just start something with me, or she start watching me, start choosing on me. You know, and it happens sometimes in short interactions when I go out as well. But I know how to pick up the signs, like from being in those environments. So being in those environments, I'm better so in person. You know, so you got to notice if that's your strength. If you trying to sit back at the house and be a keyboard warrior and sit there and swipe left and swipe left on everything and try to be, you have the biggest nuts when you in the inbox, but you don't know how to talk to a girl when you come in person, that can be a huge problem. You know, you might be better off when you go in person. See, I'm better off in person. I always encourage all the guys just to go outside anyway. I encourage a lot of guys to go outside anyway. See, the thing is, a lot of guys, they'll end up saying, oh, I can't get this type of baddie, I can't get this and that. One, there's a very famous saying, go after the girl that likes you, not the girl that you want. And that's a big thing as well, because you be like, okay, that don't necessarily mean that the girl that wants you has to be ugly. But you have to have enough self-respect for yourself to be like, I'm not gonna just go after this chick and I know she ain't feeling me. I'm trying to. Then if you going after a chick that you know ain't feeling you, then you're trying to convince her. Now you're trying to peacock, and now you're trying to, you know, you don't want to have to feel like you're trying to make her like you. You don't want to have to convince a chick. You don't want a chick to be on the fence about you and none of that stuff. So if a chick is giving you choosing centers, or you go up to a chick and you say, oh, you don't see no spark there or nothing like that, or she's giving you like the real bland conversation, you just walk off. It's as simple as that. But the big thing about these guys around these days, because they will always say, I want all the baddies, I want the baddie, but how I talk to this baddie, I want to this baddie. And they get discouraged because they ain't talking to this, because this baddie they ain't really succeed with this baddie. But they ain't think about it. Okay, what about that chick that was probably like a 6 or a 7 that you talked to, and you ended up getting it there? It doesn't mean that everything is limited to that type of woman, but look at the patterns. If she made it easy for you, what will you think will make it easier for this type of woman? You know, what were y'all even in the same environments when it happened? You know what I'm saying? What was the same? Do y'all have any chemistry? Did y'all talk? Did y'all have a conversation? Did you see her look at you? You know, pay attention to all the events that lead up to those encounters, and that'll give you everything that you need in your formula when you go on forth with other women. You know, because you think, oh, so I want this baddie, she not looking at you, she ain't doing this, you didn't walk past like 50 times, you didn't bend around and all that, she just ain't feeling you, bro. You just got to slide off of that. But don't be discouraged. And a lot of guys be in not conducive environments that are not conducive to them getting the best results. You go from work, and then you probably go to the gym and be like, well, I see a baddie here, I see a couple baddies there, and and you just go straight home. You don't say nothing, don't make any interactions or nothing like that. But not saying that those are the best places, but like, of course, those aren't really conducive places to try to just talk to chicks, even though it can happen. But I wouldn't say that. You're not broadening your pool. You're not using every tool you have to your advantage by going out to different type of environments. You need to give yourself different, cast a wide net. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit there and stay in one area, go here and then go there and then go straight home. Okay, try this club, try this bar, maybe try going to a festival, try to join some group or something like that. Go out and do some hobbies that you know that have frequent people around. Find out what the type of women that you want. You see what I mean? If you saying, okay, I want all these baddies, then where do they hang out at? Where all the beautiful women hang out at that you want? You're not even around them to even assess to if that would happen to from the same chick. You remember I say the way that you get one chick, pay attention to the way that you got that one chick. So if you got this one chick that she was probably like a 5 or a 6 to you, how can you tell if the same events will occur if you don't even put yourself around these beautiful women that you say that you want? You're not even giving yourself a fair chance. You're not even giving yourself a fair shake. You're not even putting yourself in the environment around these women for something to happen. You know, put yourself in front of them so that you can be seen. Like, how are they gonna see you other than like social media or something? Like, you're not there. You're not in the room. How you know how they gonna react to you? You see what I'm saying? That's the main thing right there. That's a problem I had, because at one point in time I was only going from work to the gym and back to the house. That could have made that'll facilitate your mind and make it feel like that's all that's there. Like, for a guy that only stay in the hood and don't go nowhere else, the hood, that becomes your world. The job, that becomes your world. So you feel like it's nothing outside of that. If you go to job gemmed in home, that becomes your world. You feel like there ain't nothing else outside of that. You go to the grocery store, you be like, okay, yeah, whatever. But like I say, that's not broadening your chances. You're not doing, that's not the best way to assess that. So in turn, give yourself the best chance to see if you can even put yourself in the type of environment around the type of woman that you want. First off, put yourself in that environment, see where you stand, and remember and pay attention to all the signs that girl that made it easy for you with no money, genuinely wanted you, lusted after you, and gave you some the fastest or whatever, the one that you that saw you and it's like, okay, dang, this just did it for her. That just did it for her, and she just gave it to you. That should be the formula. Okay, what led up to that? How did she come up to you? Did she sneak around you? Did she come around and start some funny conversation? Like how did those what events led up to that? You see what I mean? So when you look at it from that standpoint, when you pay attention to how you get one woman, you'll be able to get the other one, another one, then another one, and another one. Just pay attention to those same patterns. It's always a pattern, guys. It's always a pattern. I promise you, it's always a pattern. And it might, like I say, it ain't gonna always happen the same way, but you're gonna notice something like, okay, these are some little things that happen. This little thing that happened. Okay. Yeah, she coming around. She like this. So I noticed a lot of the women that wanted to talk to me, they was nervous to talk to me at first. They didn't want to say, they didn't want to put it out there right then and there. They was always like, they always came from like, they was passively choosing on me, But then out of nowhere, when they finally got me and we finally started talking and being around, then they finally just came out of nowhere and told me, after I asked them, I'm like, how long you was feeling me? Since the first day I saw you. Since the first day, that's why I've always been here. I'm like, since the first day. If it was since the first day, then how come it was like this? But then I'm thinking about it like then, back when the chick that I did smash, I'm like, dang, it was like that. It was something along them lines. She was being shy at first, and now she came around and tried to have little small conversations, but ended up leading it into it. You really get what she really wanted. She was acting like she was asking a question about this, but she really wanted this result, So that's usually how it happened for me. It might happen different for another guy, So find out what it was that it made that event happen for you, and then you're going to be good, bro. You're going to be good. I'm telling you, just repeat that process. But don't be going out trying to fish with chicks that don't want you either. So if you just put yourself in the environment, first you become that man. You know what I'm saying? Become the man that can attract women. If you know you can get choosing symptoms, if you know you're getting choosing symptoms, you know that you can attract women. Okay, now you can put yourself out in that environment, see where you stand, see the women that's exhibiting that same type of behavior or similar behavior, and then you just move accordingly. She giving you that spark in the eye. Just remember, okay, that's the same look that girl gave me. You start noticing that pattern. It makes it a lot easier for you guys. So just remember, if you can pay attention, bro. If you can get one, you can get 1,000. Shout out to Ron Wills. Pay attention to the women that you got. It's the same way you can get many. I'm telling you guys. And it was crazy because a lot of guys they're closed-minded. They're closed-minded because they tried to get this woman and that didn't work out for them. Now they feel like they want to give up. They can't. Oh, I can't attract these type of women. Oh, I'm not getting chosen centers. Oh, I practice this body game, but it ain't working for me because this or that. But they only went to one or two places. They only go from work to the grocery store and back home, and they're not even a big grocery store or nothing like that. They don't even interact with people. They don't even talk to people like that. Those are the only environments they ever put themselves in. That's not conducive to trying to having the best results you play the numbers game with this. There's nothing wrong with playing the numbers game with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Because you never know. Some women are very shy to go up to a man they're attracted to or even give signs to it. Some women are going high to go the other way. I done had women that actually avoided me, that actually wanted me. So how you gonna know that if you ain't in those type of environments? Sometimes you're gonna have to be around her. Sometimes you're gonna have to let the chick build up courage to start coming more around you. So sometimes it won't happen like that. Some women be like, dang, he looks very attractive, but I don't want to risk it. There's a lot of chicks like that. It took a chick like 2 or 3 weeks to come talk to me one time. Said she was feeling me the whole time. But how you know that same chick wouldn't be in the grocery store and she just walked the other way? You might think, oh, she not attracted to me. She might be the same way that chick was. You see what I'm saying? So you just never know, bro. Pay attention. Just pay attention, bro. But anyway, it's your boy Noto. Coming to you another video, coming to you another podcast, man. If you're enjoying the content, go and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I make a video. And remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves, they willing to work at it. I'm out.
I'm chillin', I really ain't worried about niggas. I promise I keep it a Kuna Matata. Even though niggas be looking and sounding like me, that boy Morris said I'm not the father. Swear I'm a dog, I get vicious when I'm irritated. I might need a shock on my collar. Don't got a filter, just keep it straightforward. I play my position, Andre Iguodala. Ain't no exposing me, I get in D, hit a ovary. Don't even go down that road with me. And if a chicken obsessed, I don't need it. I want that Miss Parker with Professor Ogilvy. Bitch ain't no testing me, none of these bitches be stressing me. Capping like they got the best of me. But if she go off and get with another man, really she still gon' be thinking about sexing me. Done with these bitches, let's get to this paper. One piece of the pie, set out on the merit. Chasing that money, Coyote Road Runner, ain't doing no talking, just like Tom and Jerry. Ain't no beef or no drama, it won't make no money to me, it's just unnecessary. But if I'm push, I'm gon' have to crash out on a nigga and then I'ma call up as Gary.